Hello everyone, welcome back. So we have just now deployed our project into our AEM instance. Now we are going to see how we can create a separate pages for our project. To create the pages, we should create a template first, and template are nothing but the blueprint of the page. That means how the page should look like when or after creating that template decides. So let's create the template first. So to create template, just go to tools, general, then templates, go to our project specific folder. You can see there are already two templates created, but we will create our own custom template. So click on create button, then select the template type. We are going to select the page template type, then next, then so home page template is will be our template name, then create. Now our template has been created. So right now the our template is having the one experience fragment, which is nothing but the header of our project specific header. Then this allowed component is only a form container, so we will just modify allow component to all, so not forms, all the content components will allow it, so that while after creating this template, authors will be able to add these components. So template is created, but right now it's not enabled. So you can see it's in draft status. We just have to enable it. So now it is enabled. Let's see if we can create the page from this template. Just go to sites homepage, then sites. For example, here we want to create a new page, but and we can see our home page template option available. Selecting this, creating the home page, name home, next, page has been created, open. Now we can see we just created the page, but this experience fragment header, which is already present in our page. Why? Because in our created template we have already authored like the, you can see the experience fragment header is already there, so that's why it is coming in our newly created pages. So that is the work of the structure section. Whatever things components authored, that will come by default on the newly created pages, or existing pages will also get modified. And that is the another is initial content. Initial content section is only updated for the pages which we are going to create new, and structure section will change the structure for all existing pages, whether they are existing pages, whether they are newly created pages. The changes will affect immediately to all the pages. Next is, now we have created template, we have created page, and in this page let's try to author some components. So I'm going to author this text component here, creating on configure button, writing some text, here. We can add styles to text, then done, and we can see our authored text is coming onto the page. So this is how the components are authored onto the page. So this is the example, was a very simple component text, but there can be a very complex component which we are going to develop in this tutorial, not in this, in future tutorials. And this is called as in place editing. Like, no need to open the entire dialog of component, just edit in place. And once the component is edited, we can just view it as published, so that editor mode will not be there, and we will see how the pages will look to the end users. And authors, while in edit mode, they can switch to layout mode to check, to update the layout of the any component they want. And this is how we can change the layout of component. And so this is like a very simple authoring use case. We will discuss the asset section in the next tutorial. Now we just created a template and one page, but we can, if we deploy the code again, it will again override, or it may delete our existing template from AEM instance. So to prevent this, we have to make sure that template is part of our code base. So to do this, we just have to go to the UI.content module, inside that conf folder, then WCM, then templates. Here we have to right click and import from AEM's server button. You can see homepage template is now part of our code base. We can just um, we can just uh, if we deploy again, it will not remove it from our instance or newly created instance. We'll also get this template. Now to make sure the our new created page also be part of this, then we have to create we have to okay. So from this AEM master class, we have to import from AEM server, and you can see the home page is also now the part of our code base. Now we will see how these templates and pages looks in the CRX-DE. So this is our home page. We can just switch to the developer mode and click on any component and click on the pencil icon. It will navigate you directly to that particular component, but we are more interested into the page, so we'll switch to that page, content, AEM masterclass, home. So this is the home page which we have created. It has a primary type CQ page. So for all the pages created, the primary type will be CQ page. JCR content node will be there for all the pages. It will have all the page properties which are authored in the page. Page property means when we click on this menu and click on open properties, whatever we are authoring here are the page properties are stored under JCR content node. Right now it is showing the limited properties, just JCR title. Now the root node, container node, and text. Text is the text component node which we just authored on our page, and you can see our authored text is stored in one custom property called as text. It's the property name, and value is the text which we authored on the component. If you look, this node also have one important property called as sling colon resource type, and its value is the path of the component where this component node is present. So we can just, if we can like we will see this in next part, like how the components will look. Before that, in JCR content node there is also a template, CQ template property, which has the path to our template.
So if I can just copy and navigate, sorry, if I can copy and navigate to this path, we will see our home page template in the nodes and properties format. You can see initial node, JCR content, policy, structure, all nodes will created automatically once we created the template. And if we can check the template in our code base, it has the similar node structure, but in code base the nodes and properties are stored in the XML file. As you can see, this is XML file for the home page template node, which has the home page name like template title, then template type, then status, whether it is enabled or disabled. All the nodes and properties will be stored in XML file, whether it's a template or whether it's a page. Its same XML file will be stored in the code base. Now